and hello. So welcome, guys. Welcome to your practice. Welcome to your mat. Welcome to your sacred space and your place to play and to be and to nurture and nourish yourself deeply. That's a lot, and that's all going to happen right here. We do a little play, a little nurture, a little nourish, and a lot of breath. So let's start like that. Let's just take your hands down, sit in a comfortable way, and inhale and just sweep up, embrace everything around you, look up. And as you exhale, you just feel all of that which surrounds you. You can even close your eyes if you like. Let's do this just a few times, really feeling that, like as if you're in your own little cocoon, your own little egg, and that's the space around you. Let's do one more. Take the arms all the way down, touch the earth. Let's just hang out here with the chin bowed, fingertips on the floor. Take a few breaths here. Just nurturing and acknowledging the sacred connection of nature, of the earth, of you as nature, constantly evolving and renewing and replenishing and resourcing from the well within. Bring your hands together at your heart. With great devotion for all that you bring and all that you offer. Smile. Take a few nice, relaxed breaths. We'll move into Ohms, and let's go this way. Take your heart space and just bring it back a little bit. It's if you're leaning back, and you'll know when to stop. Just see if you can find that place where you feel you're connected to the earth with the base of your spine. So as you bring the chest back, maybe you start to feel the tailbone descend and the heart lift. Take a nice full inhale, lift your chin. Exhale this breath completely. And inhale to begin our 3 Ohms. Bowing your chin, release your hands to your thighs, lift your chin, and open your eyes. Okay, guys, so let's start with just a little quick foot massage, just super quick. Just take one leg, whichever leg, take hold of the foot. Maybe it's your first time looking at the sole of your foot today, and then just start to smooth it out or press in. Just working the heel, the arch of your foot, the outer edge, and the toes, and just give the toes a nice little play time. So a stretch, a twist, a pull, a warm up. Good. Okay. And then I'll just rub the whole foot, top and the bottom. Okay. And then I'm just going to keep the foot. I'm going to take the opposite hand, and I just want to go right, like the part of the arch that's facing you, right in the center. And just run, so you're almost, feel the bones there too. I'm just running my hand up and down, getting the knuckles into this place. And as I do this now, add a little bit of maybe even just pulling the toes back or flexing the foot, just a little bit of something there so you can start to see the foot active. Great. Okay, one more. Big breath in. Breathe out. Okay, and then take a moment. Just that was like maybe a minute. Just look at the 2 feet. Feel your feet. And then we'll switch and just bring the other one in. And same thing, just massaging the sole of your foot, waking up the sole of your foot. So I'm just starting with the heel and the center of the foot, and then the outer edge, and then up to the balls of the feet, and then working your toes. So same kind of thing, playground for the toes. Say hi, piggies. Good. Okay, and then I'm just going to warm the whole foot, top and the bottom. Okay, and then we'll take the opposite hand into a fist and just, you can hold the foot with that, do whatever you like, but just kind of work this soft arch of your foot, breathing, smiling, and adding in a little bit of, the toes pull back and flex the foot a little bit. Good. Okay, I'll take one big breath in, and release, and then let the foot come out and compare the two. And the first one, mine's already changed color again. So, and then just give your toes a little wiggle, the ankles a little roll, go both directions. Good. Okay. All right. Okay, so I have nothing on the mat. I'm going to start with downward facing dog. But it doesn't need to be for you. You don't need to start that way. You could, take your puppy. Your puppy could be this. You could even just be on your forearms like this, if that's a better dog. Otherwise, plant your hands, spread your fingers, press back. Maybe even walk the legs back or the hands forward. Just change the shape of your dog a little bit. And then just take 5 breaths here, feeling in, pedaling your feet if you like, swaying the hips, all different movements here. Good. Okay. I'm just going to take 2 more breaths. Just press the thighs back. Plant the heels towards the floor, even if they don't touch. Good. And then release, and we'll drop down onto hands and knees. Keep your little toes tucked under. And let's inhale here. Push the hands down, lift the chest, lift the chin. And as you exhale, take the hips down towards the heels. So kind of a child's pose, but we're really just looking for this nice stretch here. Your toes tucked under. We're opening the feet a little more. One more full breath in. Breathe out. Plant your hands. Draw the belly up to the sky as you inhale. Come up to your hands and your knees. And place the tops of the feet on the floor. Exhale your breath. Plant your hands. Press down on the floor. Lift your heart. Lift your belly if you can. Exhale, take the hips back towards the heels as we move a little bit more into child's pose. But here, you're going to really keep the hands where they are. If the hips don't touch the heels and you're okay with that, it's happening for me, then just breathe and be. One more breath. Okay, feel the hands plant, the finger pads plant. Inhale, come up, draw the belly up so you come up through your cow. Tuck your little toes under. Melt the belly towards the floor, cat pose. Lift your chin. Press your hands into the floor, and the chest is going to just draw up a little bit, like the heart wants to press back. And then exhale, take the hips back. Come back into this extended, toes tucked under version of child's pose. And you melt your forehead to the floor. Breathe into the sides of your body. Good. One more full breath. Okay. Anchor your hands. Rise back up to your hands and your knees with great intention. Good. From hands and knees. I'm going to walk my knees back and make this a longer table. And we're just going to float forward. So if this isn't happy for your shoulders, keep the knees in. And I'm just going to go forward and back. So I've extended this child's pose. Good. Okay, let's do one more like this. And then come into this like longer table. Turn your inner elbows to face out. You can do that. Drop onto your forearms. Yeah, I'm just going to walk the forearms in towards each other a little bit. If you want to bring your hands together, you can. If you keep the hands on the floor, it's a little bit of a different shoulder experience. So whichever one. And then from here, you might walk the knees back again. We're just going to go forward and back. So whatever you want to do, adjust your knees. Wash your shoulders here. Good. And then we're going to move it into Sphinx. So the hands are in Sphinx already. You'll just walk the feet back. If you need to bring your forearms forward, that's fine too. I'm going to separate the legs apart a little bit. Be on the tops of the feet. Find your Sphinx. Shoulders move back. I anchor down. I'm going to pull the chin in. Good. And then just be here. Whatever you're doing is fine. Feel for yourself. Good. Inhale. And as you exhale, just drop down like you're taking Shavasana on the floor. So palm over palm, rest your forehead. Just be settled into the floor. Good. Okay. We're just going to take 3 more breaths, friends. And with yourself resting on the floor as you are, you can invite the breath to fill the back body a little more. So do that, find that. Breathe into your back. And take one more breath. Good. And so you can keep your forehead on your hands. If you lift your head, that's fine. We're just going to tuck the little toes under. Press the heels back. So maybe the thighs lift, the knees lift up off the floor. And then just rock your heels side to side like they're doing a little dance. Good. Breathe. So your head can still be resting. Good. Okay. And then keep the toes tucked under. Just bring the legs into stillness. See if you can walk the toes up a little more. Even if you just lift them and put them down again. Press out through the heels. Push the toes down. You might even feel your hips lift. Okay, take one more breath. All that integrity in the legs. Okay, lower the knees down, tops of the feet to the floor. 2 breaths. I feel like we're going to do that again. There's a lot that happens there. So, okay. If you want to lift your head, you can. It's going to just give you a little bit of something. Tuck your little toes under. Press the heels back so the legs come up a little bit, maybe just the knees. Walk your toes forward, even if you just lift and place them down. And then push out through the heels. Now feel the toes push down to the floor. And notice what lifts. And keep all that integrity, pushing the toes down, pushing the heels back. Breathe like you're not doing anything. One more breath. And then release. And just rest. For me, that felt like a lot. But good, but a lot. Good. Okay. So now take your hands. So you lift your head. Bring your hands as if you're going for cobra. Just put them in cobra position. And you can, so your face is looking down at the floor so that the back of the neck is long. You can extend your legs, like just lift one up at a time and just get longer. Like, oh, can I make these longer? Tops of the feet down. Good. Spread your fingers. Anchor the pads of the fingers. Lift your shoulders up away from the floor. So all you're doing is just taking the shoulders. That's it. You're just lifting it up like you're taking your cape. Take the shoulders away from the ears, back of the neck long. Draw your belly in. Anchor the tops of the feet. And we're protecting the back. Lift your chest a little bit. See if you can come up a little bit higher. Smile. Maybe the hands come off the floor. Elbows into the body, fingers spread. Breathe. Keep drawing up if you can, like chin in, heart lifting, legs extending, fingers extending, smiling, breathing, and releasing. Lower yourself all the way down, come back to your rest. This time the heels might even drop out with the toes turning in a little bit. Just feel your breath. Okay, we're going to turn this into, in yoga we call it full pranam. And when you took swimming lessons, it might have been pencil dive. Take your arms straight out in front of you with the palms together. If that is okay, drop your head so your forehead is resting on the floor. Take 3 breaths here into all of this space. So your arms are extended, legs are extended, and we have this pressure of the floor so that the breath is being drawn to the sides of the body, the back of the body. So expand your whole torso as if it's a tube, and you could just breathe into it and fill it up. Okay, good. All right, so I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to set you up, but here's what we're going to do next. I'm going to stay in this position, my hands are touching. I'm going to lift the arms, the head, the chest off the floor, maybe the legs, but we're going to set it up. So if that's too much with the arms out, you just do exactly what we did before. So palms are touching. Start by anchoring the hands and the arms, like any part that's touching the floor. Press down on the floor, lift your head, and with the arms straight, just pull back. That's going to lift you up. So the arms are straight, you just slide over the floor, lift up. Yeah, so you just lift your chest. Now extend your legs. I'm going to take the shoulders, I'm even pushing down to the floor. Take the chin in. Maybe the arms lift, maybe the legs lift. Now I'm going to drop my head, so back of the neck is long. I'm extending as much as I can in 2 directions. Breathe, smile, stay with it, 2 more breaths. And lower all the way down. If you want to bring your arms in and rest, you can do that. Feel your heart beating, feel your breath. Feel this great work you offer your back, the back line of the body. Good. Okay, take a big breath in and really sigh it out like you're just like, oh my gosh, just melting to the floor. Okay, I'm gonna come back up into Sphinx arms. So forearms on the floor. Yeah, just like this. Okay, I'm gonna bend the knees. If it's too much here for your back, just come back down. Otherwise, we're here and I'll just rock these heels side to side as a way of just, moving the back. Maybe your head will turn without you getting dizzy, Good. Okay, let's drop the knees over to the right. The feet, not the knees. The feet are going to the right. I'm just going to turn my head to the right. Now I'm going to walk these forearms to the right. Okay, and then here, wherever you are, maybe the left arm extends and you drop your left ear to your left arm. You just let the feet drop, whatever's happening. It's fine. Maybe my left foot is going to rest on my right knee. That's just happening. Breathe. Nice big breaths. Fill up what's on offer. Good. 1 more breath. Walk yourself back into your center. You're going to hang out here for a moment. I'm just going to let the soles of the feet come together. Spread the fingers. Anchor. Take the shoulders away from the ears. Press down. So I'll just show you that. And I take my chin in. Take the belly in. Take the heart back. Smile and breathe. Okay, my forearms are actually also pushing forward. Good. Okay. Soften wherever, separate the feet, rock the feet over to the left. Walk your forearms to the left. And then the right forearm can extend. You can drop your right ear, breathe. Right, nice, easy breath. You're just lying in bed, doing nothing. Get one more breath. Bring it back to your center. Hang out in Sphinx for a moment, forearms down. I'm going to bring the soles of the feet together. Move the shoulders away from the ears, anchor down. Take your chin in, anchor the forearms down to the floor and push forward. That's going to draw the belly in. Maybe your head can drop this time. Let the jaw go. Think about moving the shoulders away from the ears as the head drops. May your belly comes in so you can feel maybe in your body that you're doing a little bit of cat. Notice if you're clenching your glutes, can you let that go? Melt the crown of the head to the floor a little bit more. And then lengthen yourself and come all the way down. You can stretch your legs out again. Come into your rest. Palm over palm, but maybe you switch it. Forehead resting or turning your head to one side. Breathe. Good. Okay, we're going to go to Shalabhasana, locust pose. So you just press your hands into the floor, lift your head, and now bring your arms by your sides. And maybe the palms go down. And the face is just looking at the floor, but I'm also lifting the face up, drawing the chin in. Lift your shoulders. Feel the legs nice and strong. They can open wide. Yeah, anchor your hands to the floor. Maybe now the legs want to lift. I'm going to keep the hands on the floor. Be here, breathe into your back, into the back line. Good, and now if the arms want to lift, go for it. Palms can still face down or they can face each other. And do 2 more breaths here. Lift the shoulders, chin in, and release. I'm going to put the backs of the hands on the floor. I'm putting the right cheek on the floor. And just let everything rest. If it's too much, throw a blanket under your head or take the right hand to support the head. Otherwise, this is good practice. Turn the head. Close your eyes. Receive your breath. One more big breath in, big breath. Release through your mouth. Anchor the backs of the hands to the floor, the tops of the feet to the floor, and use that as a way of lifting your head. Once you get the head to face, you're looking at the floor, lift your shoulders, feel your hands spread. You can turn your palms down if that's better. Lift. Okay, this time I'm going to lift the legs, lifting the head, the chest, neck in. I'm going to take the arms up immediately. So whatever works. Maybe you just reach back for your feet. Legs are straight. You're just reaching your arms back. Take the chin in. Good. Breathe. I'm going to lift my legs a little higher. And exhale, release. Backs of the hands to the floor. Left cheek to the floor. Release everything. Breathe. Nice big breath in. Breathe out. Okay, so we're going to do it one more time. So feel the hands anchor down, tops of the feet. Lift your head, lift your chest, turn your head so you're looking at the floor right between there. Lift your shoulders. Now maybe you lift your legs, maybe you lift the arms, and maybe this time you interlace your fingers. If that works, if it's okay for you, interlace your fingers, stretch your arms, and fly. Breathe. Don't forget about your toes. Can you spread your toes? And spread your fingers if they're not interlaced. Shoulders away from the ears. One more breath. And release. This time rest however you like. Turn your head, forehead to the floor. Big breath. Yes. Okay, bring your hands back into your cobra position. So that might be right underneath your shoulders or even back by the ribs. Spread your fingers. Anchor the tops of the feet. Lift your head, your chest, your shoulders. Okay, we're going to come up. So keep the shoulders back. Anchor your hands. Keep pressing. Rise up into your version of cobra. It is about extending. If you think of a cobra, you know, the crown of the head lifting, the chest open, shoulders back, legs are extended. Breathe. You don't have to come up this high. You go, whatever your back says is good. That's, you know, as long as you can keep smiling. Good. And taking the heart back, belly back, extend through the legs. And exhale, release. Come all the way down. Rest however you like. And stay with your head however you have it. Bend your knees. Come back to this windshield wiper. Just rocking the heels side to side as a way of just releasing your back. And I'm going to take these legs that are going side to side and start to find your egg beater. Just whatever you're doing. Just imagine you're a little egg beater. Good. Okay, whatever direction you're going in now, switch it. So that's some brain gym. Oops. Okay. Good. That's it. So just find your egg beater and maybe you switch one more time. Well, that's going to be 2 more times. So switch again, whatever direction you're going in. And then switch. Good. Okay, come back with the feet touching, rest your head. Breathe into all this space you have opened. Nice big breath in. Breathe it out. Okay, I'm going to keep the legs as they are and come up into your Sphinx position. So you're back on your forearms. Spread your fingers. Okay, from here, I'm just going to separate the feet. So if this isn't good, friends, you know, put your legs down. I'll just tell you again and again, take care of yourself. From here, I'm just going to turn my head, look over the left shoulder, and start to roll your ankles. And notice what's happening. Okay, bring your head to center. Roll your ankles. And now turn your head to the right. Change direction if you can. Roll your ankles. You know, you might notice that if you're looking at your feet, you all of a sudden lose the coordination. I don't know why that happens, but it does. Okay, come down. Keep your legs as they are. Drop your head. Let's just point and flex the feet a few times. Good. Okay. Just let your feet rest. So I just have my knees bent. The feet are just coming in. You could be extended. It's all fine. Nice big breath in. Breathe out. Okay, so we're going to press it up and back to child's pose. So I'm just going to bring the soles of the feet to touch. Bring your hands into cobra position. And then it's always fun here. Just anchor the knees. Let the hips lift first. Even rock your hips. You know, oh, come on. If you're already up, that's fine. Anchor the knees, the hands. Lift yourself up. Roll over your knees and take it into your version of child's pose, whatever that is. Be kind. You know, we did a lot with the back. So if I'm like, just want to slowly come in, let the back just slowly open in the different direction than we've brought it for the last little bit. Be kind and move slow. You know, if it's better for you to go slow, do it. If you're already in it, bathe your back with your breath. You take a nice big breath in. Breathe out. Okay, we're coming to sit in Vajrasana. So I take the hands down and I'm just lifting myself up to sit on the tops of the feet. Okay, I say it every time. If this is not a good place for you, you just switch into cross-legged. Okay. If you're comfortable here, maybe you take your hands back and you just find a little bit of length here. Oh, I'm going to add the lift, because if you're comfortable here and the hands can come down, then you can just lift your hips up, open the shoulders. Do that. If that's no good, just sit and breathe. Good. Okay, I'm lowering down. Okay, I'm going to come back up to sitting, but I'm going to take advantage of where my hands are and just peel the palms up. Keep the fingers on the floor as best as you can. Wave your thumbs. So I'll just show you I'm waving my thumbs. Just opening up the hands here. Good. Okay, and then come all the way back to your hands forward, just so we can tuck the little toes under. You can open your knees apart, whatever works. I'm just going to walk the hands back and do this like little bit of rocking thing that we do. Just forward and back. And just move at your own pace, your own place. Enjoy your playground. Okay, I'm going to balance on the top, on the feet, so on the toes the way we are. So if this works, you walk your hands back. I'm walking my knees right together. I'm just moving my hips so they're on the heels. And then you might just take one hand off the floor and kind of see how that is. Maybe both hands. Even if you're just sitting on your toes, really, really good work. Breathe here. One more breath. And then we'll take the hands down. I'm just going to lift up for forward fold. So just lift the hips up. I'm going to walk the feet nice and wide apart. They're going to be as wide as my sticky mat. Yours could be wider or less wide. Maybe your knees are bent here to release your back. Yeah, shift the hips back, and I'm just going to drop down. So if I bend my knees, friends, I get this nice, the spine gets a little bit more. Let your hands be. I have the backs of the hands on the floor. If that works for you, that's fine. Shift your hips back so you feel the weight in your heels. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Great. Now walk your hands forward. Let's find downward dog again. And if that's not a good thing, drop your knees right to the floor. I'm going to keep the feet as wide as I had them. Walk the hands as wide as the sticky mat. Press back and breathe. Good. Okay, lift your heels high and bend your knees. Take the hips back. One more breath. And now lower your knees to the floor. Okay, I'm just going to walk the knees together. Feet are still tucked under. Walk your hands forward. We're coming back onto the forearms. I'll turn the inner elbows to face out. Drop down. And walk your forearms in towards each other a little bit. Okay, so you have your hands down. I'm going to really anchor the hands. Feel the toes. I'm going to walk them up as if I can walk them. Lift your knees up off the floor. Shift your knees over to the right. So even walk your feet. Drop down onto your right hip. So you're just on your right hip, just a fancy way to come in. I'm going to keep the right forearm where it is. Take the left arm and just make some circles so it can bend, be kind to your shoulders. The arm can be straight, bent, but what I want you to feel here is the twisting of the chest. So as you bring the arm forward and reach, maybe the chest looks to the floor, and as you open, it opens. And what we're doing too is flossing that right shoulder. So if your right hand needs to move, be open to that. Okay, so we're going to stay like this, but I'm going to bring the hand to the back of the head and just kind of find a little bit of forward and back. But that's a little bit more. So whatever works for you, we're just going to do a few more. Just be here, play, enjoy. Okay, and then release both forearms to the floor. Okay, just sway your chest side to side a little bit. Let's feel for yourself. Okay, so we're going to come back here. You feel your toes, let them move. We're going to lift the knees back up, come back, and then move the knees over to the left. Walk your feet, whatever you need to do, find this. Okay, then you anchor that left forearm, and we'll take the right arm, extend it, And just find this little dance again. Be conscious if anything needs to move. Most likely the left hand on the floor. Let it be. Feel into the turning of the torso, opening of the shoulder. Whatever works for you is the right thing to do. I'm going to take this hand now behind the head. I'm pressing the head into the hand. The hand is pressing back. And then it's just a lift and a lower. And an exploration of space. You might find you can find another place to kind of be in this. Good. Okay, 2 more. Good. And we'll come back to the forearms. So you have to find your place. Anchor your little toes. Lift your knees up. And I'm just going to come to forearm dog here. So I'll push the forearms away. Drop the head. The hips lift. Your knees can stay bent. You might walk your feet. Be playfully curious. And now I'm just going to rock a little bit front to back. So I'm just bending the knees, as I come back. Find your place. Breathe. Smile like you love this. Good. And now drop your knees down. We're going to move into child's pose. Tops of the feet on the floor. I'm going to take the arms back. Backs of the hands to the floor. Or you hold on to the soles of your feet. Melt your head to the floor. It might not touch. That's okay. Nice big breaths. Breathe into what's on offer. Between the shoulder blades, the back, anywhere that your breath is being received. Good. One more breath. Okay, bring your hands beside your knees. We're coming back to sit in Vajrasana, thunderbolt pose. So find whatever works. Again, do what works. Good. Okay, if you need a blanket, put it there. I'm just going to take one hand back and then just move into twist. So if you're sitting, you can do this. I'm actually going to lean back, do this little twist. I'm pressing into this outer thigh, outer knee. Now I'm going to move. What tends to happen, we might be coming forward. Take that chin back, heart back. Okay, so maybe you stay here or you anchor the hand and we're just going to lift up, and I'll just, just find this little twisty lift and look down at your left hand, open the right hand. One more breath and release. Okay, if you need a moment to stretch your legs, take it. I'm just going to take some breaths here, so you do what you need to. I'm just going to flip around, so facing you. Good. One more breath. And then open your eyes, set yourself up again. Take the right hand behind. Left hand comes over. Find this twist, so you can walk the hand back as far as you like. That just gives you a twist in a different place, right? You can even feel that. Good. Open the shoulder, breathe. And then stay here or anchor that hand. Lift up like you love it. Smile, breathe, extend. Notice if the shoulder's rolling forward, take it back. Head back. And release. Come back and just sit, receive. Okay. So I'm going to come up and onto the knees just to tuck the toes under. Bring the hands into prayer. Eyes soft. Inhale, rise up. Tuck your little toes under. And even walk them, even if it's just a lift and a lower. And then exhale, come to sit. If this works, you do what you need to do. And take a big breath in and a breath out. And take the left hand down, right arm up. And maybe you just stay here. You can always grab a block or you lift your hips with the toes tucked under. I'm going to take this right arm and just reach it right over my head. You draw the left hip forward a little bit. And then release. And go right to the second side. So the right hand comes down. You find your place. Lift the hips. Beautiful. Yeah. Oh, so sweet. Reach it over your head. Open. Yes. Good. Okay, I'm coming back. I'm going to sit on the heels. I'm going to find the balance. So do what you need to do. If you need to keep your hands down, you do this, you're doing good work for your toes. Even one hand. Just see. Squeeze the knees, belly in. I'm going to lift the heels, lift my heart. Smile like crazy, even amid all the wobbling. Breathe. And then release into forward fold. Hands down, hips up. Walk your feet to a comfortable distance. Drop in. I'm going to bend the knees again. This time I'm going to grab opposite elbows. You're hanging on the monkey bars. Breathe and release. Good. Stay here. Take your hands to the floor. Walk your hands out as far as they're going to go. Lift your head and your heart. Now you can walk your feet wider apart if you like. You kind of feel this, what you need. I'm going to take the left hand, grab the outside of the right ankle. Okay, turn. So now the right arm's going to go forward a bit. Bend your knees. Pull yourself underneath your right arm. Take a peek there. Now shift your hips to the left, even a little bit. Anchor that right fingers into the floor. Push the floor away. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good. And then switch. So the left hand comes out. Right hand finds the outside of this left ankle or left calf, and you pull yourself underneath that arm as best as you can, whatever that makes sense or not. Shift the hips to the right. Push the left fingers away. You can bend the right knee. Breathe. Open. Explore this shape. What can you do here to get more open? Keep the right hand where it is. Bring your hips to center. Take the left hand to the outside of the right calf or ankle. Bend your knees. Press your knees out. Even as you kind of sit down, just push the knees out. Hips can move back. Head can drop. Okay, I'm going to take this into squat. So I'm just going to walk my feet in a little bit, drop the hips. Cool, I'm so purple today. And then I'm just going to sway a little bit. Oh, this is crazy. Can we do this? Or whatever you're doing, beautiful. I see different modifications. That's it. Okay, so if you came down with me, then let's go back up. Just for fun, release your hands. Okay, I'm going to go back to downward dog. Walk your hands forward, walk your feet back. Take whatever you need here. Breathe. Well, I feel like I'm going to do a few donkey kicks. So I'm just going to walk the feet in a little bit. Bend your knees. Anchor the hands. Push the hands down. Lift your chest. Look up. Move the inner elbows so they're facing out. Draw your belly in. And then you just kick yourself in the butt. And then we do it 3 times. Yes. Yes. Oh, so good. Walk your feet back. We're going to plank and then we're just lowering down. So take one breath in plank. Lower yourself down. Maybe hit knees, hips, chest. Rest. Let the feet be and just take this. Woo. Happy to be on the floor. Feel your heartbeat. Feel your breath. So good. Okay, we're going to come to swaying cobra. So maybe you come onto your forearms if that's better, or you find your hands, your little cobra, whichever one, and we're just going to sway the head and the chest. I'm actually going to let the hips rock too. Just this. Let's do one more breath, and then lower down again. Okay, I'm going to give you guys this little hand stretch. So here we go. I take the arms down by my sides with the palms down. I'm going to rock over onto the left side. Oh, so the left palm turns up as I do that. Now take your right hand with the palm down so that you come onto so the hand is down, the thigh is resting on it. And then do that with the other side. So you have the arm down. You see how this is. If this is like, oh, then you don't have to, just take the arms by your side. And then here, I just press the hands down. I'm going to lift my chest, my head, even a baby bit. Lift the legs. I'm really putting a lot of, it's really the elbows, inner elbows, getting a stretch here. So whatever you're doing, even if you're just resting on your arms, that's awesome. And then release, take the arms out. Just find like your pseudo shavasana on your tummy. So maybe your head turns or you're on your forehead. Good. Okay, are you ready to go on your back? Yes, Joe, we're ready. Okay, so I'm going to do that the same way we did move the knees. So I'll come into Sphinx, tuck the little toes under, press yourself into your version of hands and knees, and then walk your knees up. Bring the knees together, feet together. Feel the forearms. Tuck your toes, lift the knees, shift the knees to one side, drop them down. Good, and then just come onto your back. Once we're here, let's hug the knees into the chest. Just enjoy some gentle movement here, grounding your back. But think of moving the knees in and out as a way of just massaging your back a little bit. Good. Okay, we're going to move into twist, just simple twist. Before we do that, just so you know, if you need a prop, put it on your right side. I'm going to take the arms out to the side, find this chair I'm sitting in, and just rock the knees side to side. And it could just be a little bit, and it could be a lot. So just find this little bit of a twist inducement. And at the same time, we're really releasing the low back. Good. Okay. I'm going to do one more on each side, and then let the knees drop over to the right. Okay, wherever they go. Good. Turn your head to the left. Breathe and be. Just for the next few moments, just really follow your breath. Melt the energy body. If you were in class with me last night. So the energy body is where we hold our stress, our tension, our protection. If we've had some previous injuries, just breathe and be. Okay, one more big breath in. Breathe out. Okay, I'm going to bring the head to center. And then stay as you are. I'm just going to take you to the other side a different way. I'm going to bring the arms over the head. Maybe they're going to interlace and flip the palms, or they're just going to rest, whatever you need. Okay, so be here for a moment with the arms over your head. Press the top hip, your left hip, towards the end of your mat. Breathe deeply. Okay, now feel in this shape. Could you bring the knees back up? Oh, maybe not. Oh, yeah, okay. So wherever it is, find it. If you need to bring the arms back down, that's fine. Okay, I'm going to come back into this chair. I'm going to keep the arms over the head just for challenge, but it doesn't have to stay there. And then I'll rock the knees side to side. Okay, so it's definitely more challenging. Good. Take one more. And then we'll let the knees drop over to the left. Let's let the arms open back into resting position if they're not there. And breathe and simply be. Just feel your breath. Feel yourself, inviting yourself to drop into this shape. Okay, I'm going to take the hands overhead again, opposite interlace, just to find a little bit of extension. And I'm pressing the right hip away. The feet come in a little bit. It's just what happens. Nice, beautiful breathing into everything that's being offered. Good. One more breath. And we'll come back to center. I'm going to keep the arms overhead just because I like a challenge. Draw the belly in, heart in. Take the legs back up, and then take your hands, grab hold of your knees or your shins. And let's come back to like that egg beater thing. I'm just gonna hold the knees and find a little egg beater with just the knees. Okay, and once you've got that motion, then reverse it. Oh, that's not working for me today, but I'm gonna stay with it. Good. Okay, reverse. And reverse. Okay, friends, from here, I'm just gonna hold the knees, open them apart, draw them in towards the shoulders, press your sacrum to the floor, flex your feet as if you're doing a squat. And then if you would like to move to happy baby, arms to the inside of the legs, grab the outsides of the feet. Take your thumbs with your fingers, and you can start to move into happy baby. Soles of the feet to the sky, knees to the floor. I say that, you might be like, what? Knees don't have to go to the floor. Be wherever you are. Press your sacrum back to the earth. Breathe and be. One more breath. And then release the feet, place the feet on the floor. I'm gonna lift the hips up with the arms over the head. If you wanna put a block under your hips, that's fine. Otherwise, just lift your hips up, maybe the arms over your head, if that's okay. I'm gonna push the feet down and away. I'm gonna draw the tailbone towards the knees. Smile like crazy. Feel your feet anchoring, soften the glutes, even a little bit if you can. One more breath. And if you're on the block, you can stay there. Otherwise, lower yourself down. Think of it as a spinal extension as you come down. So you lower from top to bottom, all the way down. And then inhale, I'm gonna come back up one more time. Find it here. You can press your feet down and away, extend your arms. One more breath. And then feel yourself lowering down from top to bottom, as if you are extending, one vertebrae at a time. If you're on the block, you can come off the block now if you like. Just take a moment, stretch the legs out. I still have the arms over the head, but everything's just kind of soft. Just take 3 breaths like this. And just like that, friends, here we are at Shavasana. So if you need props, I'm going to come up through the, Frankenstein. Probably a better name. Open your hands, anchor your heels, lift the arms up in the air, lift your head, even just lifting the head, the abdominals take it, even if you just stay here and you're like, this is good. Draw your belly down or come all the way up. Reach up, little shoulder floss, and then, okay. Then bring your props in for Shavasana, whatever you like. Legs up the wall, just resting. I think I'm going to do legs up the wall. Take a blanket for my head, and I'm going to rest my hips on my bolster. Okay, so however you want to do this, friends. If you want to come into legs up the wall, sweet. If you want to lie down, sweeter. All of it sweet. Just take a few moments to integrate, bring your rest in. Good. I'm resting my sacrum, hips on the bolster. I'll just add a little bit of support for the back of the head. All right, so take your time, set it up nice. Kind, compassionate, caring for your physical body, how you're going to place it, support it, nourish it. And then resting into this time of doing nothing, but being with your own inner world. Softening the physical body. Feeling into the subtle energetics, maybe a pulsing, a vibrating, whatever it is that you feel happening just underneath the layer of the skin. And then imagining you can release your bones, your inner organs, your muscles. The mass of you can just drop down. And in the heaviness, we can explore the lightness. The pathway of the breath, the gentle flow of your breath, the sound of your breath. Shavasana. Beginning to deepen your breath. And staying as you are, if you wish to just stay in your Shavasana for as long as you like. And beginning to make those little movements, just waking your body and savoring the simplicity of this journey as you bring yourself back into your day. And so once you get into the fetal position, just take a few moments there. Just let the body slowly adjust from your Shavasana to your sitting. Nice. Just taking your time and savoring into this shift of energy and the openness of your breath, your own great presence, this time of nurturing and nourishing. Bring your hands together at your heart. Lengthen tall. Bow your chin. We'll seal this practice with our May We Be Blessed mantra. As you inhale, lengthen tall, lift your chin, and exhale this breath. Inhale to begin. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. We'll seal that with one Om. Inhale. Bow your chin. Take a full breath in. Breathe into your hands. Catch your breath. Lift your chin and open your eyes. And offer this to yourself and to each other. Beautiful, beautiful, you guys. Well, this was a low back, heavy practice. And I just want to share with you, you know, if you feel anything, which you might, then cat cow might be your very good friend. So if you need that, throw that in. And so much love from my heart, honoring for your practice. Thank you for being here. And we'll see you on Sunday. Have a great, have a great weekend, guys. Love you all. Thank you. Yes, I love you guys too. Okay. Bye, guys.